What's up, everyone? Welcome to another Cracker Crumbs update. Yay! Yeah, still no intro. I'm still working on it. It's taking longer than I thought. And a friend of mine said on my show I don't give DC any love. I don't support DC. I'm strictly Marvel, which is not true. I just have more Marvel than I do DC. So I do not just support Marvel on this show, like I said. So there we go. Now I feel better. Anyway, yeah, no new comics yet. I'm still waiting for them in the mail. Um, but I did find some interesting things. Well, I thought it was interesting things. Well, you be the judge. On the great debate that I've been going over with first appearance stuff like that. Here's actually another thing that's kind of funny. I was looking at the old Marvel cards, and here's one of Wolverine. Now on the back, it says his first appearance is Incredible Hulk number 180. Can't see it too well, but then you look at the Marvel MVC Most Valuable Comic, which is clearly Incredible Hulk 181. On the back of this, it says original price was 25 cents. 1990 Overstreet price value is $75 near mint. The Synapse, the first true appearance of Wolverine, while the Hulk was in the middle of a battle, blah blah blah. So that's kind of weird. Moving on to Gambit. Here's the Gambit card from the second series. Now in the back, it says his first appearance is Uncanny X-Men number 266, 1990, August of 1990. Yeah. Are they lying? Who knows? My friend and I, we were discussing it yesterday, actually. We're going over it. And we basically were going to start calling comics tag teams. That's what it is. If you have a cameo and then multiple first appearances, it's a tag team. I'm going to do a quick review, and then I'm going to go over some interesting stuff. I got a chance to read Uncanny X-Force number 33. This was really good. I'm impressed. Obviously, this apparently is not Nightcrawler. It's Nightcrawler, but it's a Nightcrawler from another dimension, something like that. And the cool thing is, apparently there was this kid that was the second coming of Apocalypse. Like he's Apocalypse Reborn or something like that. And then Phantom X, I think he's called. I think it was him, if I remember reading correctly. Killed him, but cloned him before he killed him. So now the clone of this kid is still technically Apocalypse, even though it's a clone. And Wolverine's son, Daken, I don't know how you say his name. Daken, I don't know. Apparently formed a new Brotherhood of Evil Mutants with Sabretooth, Mystique, alternate dimension Blob, and a whole bunch of other crazy bastards. And they're trying to bring Apocalypse back, I guess. And apparently he captures Wolverine, Wolverine's kid, has him tied up and whatever, steal some so he can't get free. And Deadpool apparently is on the X-Force team, which is odd, but he's trying to save the kid. And like the kid doesn't really, I guess he doesn't really know he's Apocalypse in a way, and they're trying to prevent him from becoming Apocalypse. And this whole big thing, like where Wolverine's son is like interrogating Wolverine in like this little room, and his team is beating the crap out of Deadpool and a whole big thing. And then Nightcrawler apparently, the other dimension Nightcrawler can't stand the Blob because the Blob killed Mystique, who's his mom in the other dimension or whatever it is. So it's pretty vicious. Like Nightcrawler teleports and starts fighting the Blob, because technically he was on X-Force's team, and then he switched sides to the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, as long as he was able to go after the Blob. And they're fighting. Apparently they're underwater, and well, in a base underwater. And the one area that the Blob and Nightcrawler are fighting in looks like Lex Luthor's tower, where you got the shark going around. And the Blob hits Nightcrawler into the wall, and it cracks a little bit, so water starts coming in. He teleports and grabs a shark, and then teleports the shark inside the blob and teleports out. So the shark is eating the blob from the inside out. It was pretty crazy. And then they start beating the Brotherhood of Humans starts beating up Apocalypse to try to get him, angry or whatever, to get his powers going. And he says to the kid, he's like, you know how you kill Wolverine? He goes, it's fairly easy. He's like, it's amazing that no one's ever figured it out before. He's like, if you want to kill Wolverine, the only thing you have to do is drown him. So they start filling up the thing with water, and that's where it pretty much ends. But well, it's pretty good. It was cool. I liked it. Moving on to some news here. My Wolverine episode that I was making, it's getting delayed because I made it and it was all screwed up while I was making it, because a lot of my stuff was out of whack, which, me being a dumbass, I have Wolverine, obviously Series 1, Series 2, and stuff like that, and I had them all mixed up, and my Marvel Knights Wolverine I had in a different box, and I didn't show them, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, they're part of the series. So I was like, oh man, and then I had it all screwed up because, according to, I forget what I looked at. One of the books I was looking at. Even though the Wolverine Limited series, which is 1 through 4, is a limited series, they consider that Series 1, and then Series 2 is Wolverine number 1 to 189, and then Series 3, and so I had it all messed up. So I got to redo it. So that's gonna be a little while. Another thing that I'm working on, because I'm crazy and I'm just like that. Is my intro. Like I said, it's not, I made it, I put it on an episode, it was cool, it was just kind of long, so it was kind of tweaking it. But what I'm going to do, because I'm sick like this, I'm going to make 2 different intros, one for updates, which is seen more than the episodes, which shouldn't be, but updates happen more than the episode, and then I'm going to make a separate one for the cracka actual episodes. So it gives me something to do. Alright, moving on. Wrote everything down here. Let's go over Arrow. Arrow on Wednesday was freaking awesome. They had their version of the Royal Flush Gang. Very, very cool. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm not going to really get into it because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. But there's another show. I don't know if many people watch it, but I love watching it. I think it's cool. American Pickers. They actually had one on Monday, I think it was, where it was called Picking Superheroes, where they actually went to this pet shop guy, and he had all old Marvel comics, and they had Amazing Fantasy number. He had Amazing Fantasy number 15. He had the first Amazing Spider-Man number 1. He had the first Incredible Hulk, the first Avengers. He had the first X-Men. He had like a little display case with just everything in there. And the Pickers, Mike Wolf, I think his name is, he bought Amazing Fantasy number 15, the first Spider-Man. He was looking at it, and the guy was saying a near mint it went for over $900,000. And he's like, mine's not near mint. He's like, I would probably say mine is probably worth about like $9 grand, $10 grand, or something like that. So he takes photos of it and sends it to a guy that he knows that deals with comics. And the guy calls him back and says, you probably got a book that's probably around a 2. And he's like, I'd probably price it at around about $3,000. He goes, but because of Spider-Man it being rare, you can probably double or triple your money. So the guy wanted like 6,000, and he got him down to like 4,500. But still pretty cool. He's much smarter than if another show, if anyone watches it, Storage Wars, which I love watching. Definitely smarter than that guy Daryl Sheets, who found a whole locker full of like comics that were worth like a couple $1 million, and he sold it for like I think like 500 grand because he didn't know what he had. Oh man! All right, now moving into something funny as well. I did place another order with Midtown, so who knows when that's going to show up? Like I said, I got 2 orders from Midtown coming around, but I actually found some pretty cool back issues that I was pretty shocked at how cheap they were. So hopefully they're in as good as a condition as they claim, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but there's some pretty cool ones in there that I found that they had. Like I said, this is what I find interesting. Catwoman number 13. My ongoing search. This is what kind of pisses me off in a roundabout sort of way, and well, everyone should know by now. I went to 2 comic book stores today. Actually, no, I went to 3. I was looking around just, just for fun. I wasn't really going to buy anything because I really don't have that much money. So I just wanted to, look around. Sniff the place out. But anyway, I know King Joe was telling me that, like, his store that he goes to has, like, an overabundance of Catwoman 13. And a couple of other people that I talked to on here. Same thing, they have, like, they're all over the place. How'd you not get it? Like, how is it so scarce by you? I don't know. But the funny thing is, like I said, I went to the comic stores. I went to Collector's Kingdom today, which is a cool place. And behind the register, there was Catwoman 13. And I'm looking, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I was like, all right, I'll get it if it's, if it's cheap, but it's probably not going to be because it's on the register. I was like, is that the first printing? You can tell because it's got the mask. And I was like, you can't see me. I was like, how much is the Catwoman 13? And he's like, yeah. He's like, hang on a second. He's like, let me take a look. So the guy looks at the thing, and he's like, oh, it's $85. And I'm like, Jesus. I was like, $85. I was like, all right, no, I'm good. And then I went to Bailey's. And behind the register, there was Catwoman 13. And I'm like, what the hell? And I was like, this is like some kind of odd joke. And I asked my friend Trung, and the manager was like, Trung, how much is Catwoman 13? I was like, be gentle. Now, it was $85 at Collector's Kingdom. At Bailey's, it was $95. He's like, it's $95. So I was like, what? And I was like, this is insane. He's like, for you though, he's like, I'll give it to you for $80. And I'm like, no. I was like, I'm not gonna pay that for that thing yet. So then I went to a mock time because it was on my way home. Lo and behold, behind the register there was Catwoman number 13. I'm like, this is just really, really funny. And my fiance's like, she's like, what the hell is going on? She's like, I thought this was like, a new comic. I'm like, it is. I was like, but apparently around here, they didn't get that many of them. I was like, whereas other areas they got, huge supply. And I was just curious. I'm like, and she's like, go ahead, ask. And I was like, how much is the Catwoman 13? Which I wasn't gonna go back to them all the time because I swore against them. But I was just like, you know what? I just want to look real quick. But I figured, what the hell? Plus, I was killing time too. I asked him how much it was, and lo and behold, he's like, yeah, we just got it in. I'm like, yeah, okay. I was like, how much? He goes, oh, it's $215. I was like, what? Oh my God! So it went from $85 to $95, $215 for this thing, and I was like, oh my God! And yet on eBay, the cheapest one I saw was I think like $40. It's like, oh my God! I was like, it's just insane. It really is just insane. But yeah, that was my lovely little update rant. The second I get my shipments in, I will definitely make another update. And obviously, the second I finish my Wolverine video, I'll put that up. And I'm gonna make a shout out video. I haven't forgotten. It's just I like to do shout outs on the update thing, but I figured I might kill 2 birds with 1 stone, get everybody one big shout out video from time to time, and then that'll be cool. Because I feel like I'm always leaving people out, and I don't want to do that because I don't want to piss people off, because there's just so many cool people on this community, on this YouTube thing, that I enjoy talking to. I enjoy watching the videos. I enjoy their comments and everything. And every now and then, like, I'll make a video and I'll mention all these people, and then I was like, oh crap. So, but I hope everyone knows that I really do appreciate everyone watching my videos, and for DeCasa DC Comics, balls. There you go, balls. He knows what it means. If you like what you see, please hit the like button. If you really like what you see, hit the subscribe button. And as always, it's not the size of your man cave, it's what you keep inside it that matters.